day, Tom. First of all, on behalf of all the Hmong community, we want to thank all of our American friends and dignitaries for being here today. I know it's a Sunday, it's a cold day out, and for you to be here is a great honor for us, and for you to come here and speak and help us honor my father and pay respect to him. That means a lot to us. We want you to know that in our hearts we will forever remember what you've done today. I know many people read many things about my father, and especially for the politicians and elected officials, you know, when you're in public service, you become a target, and that's just the nature of the game. Unfortunately, you know, my father was a public figure also. But today we want to share with you something more on the personal side, so you know who the man really is. My father started serving the Hmong community when he was 13 years old. He just ran errands for the elders in the village, and it started very simply like that. They saw that he got things done for them, and they, as time went on, they gave him more responsibility, and he came through every single time. And then he worked for the French, the French colonialized Laos and Southeast Asia at the time, and he did the same thing. He worked for them, he got things done for them, and they recognized him for his, his ability to get things done and his loyalty and commitment. And he started moving up. And then when the French left, the Americans came in. The Americans asked the French, who can we rely on? Who can we trust? Who's the guy that can get things done? And the French told the Americans, this is Vang Pao guy. And that's how the Americans found my father. And the rest is history, as you all have read. But on a more personal side, my father really was more than a military man. As you can see, everybody here today that honored him, they cried tears. And these are real tears, tears from the heart, not just for showmanship. He touched everybody's life because he was a father figure. His family goes way beyond those of us that have his blood in our veins. He has 18 sons and 4 daughters, so he has a big family. But if you look at his real family, it's everybody sitting in this room. And he's always told them that, and he's always loved them equally, as much as he loved his sons and his daughters. And that's why you see so many people cry. And he's touched the lives of a lot of people around the world. This is not just a St. Paul event here. Throughout the U.S., and throughout Thailand, and even in Laos, people mourn and people honor and pay respect to him. And we hold him as high as great people like Gandhi and Martin Luther King. These are people that most of us we just read about, and we wonder what type of person that is. But for us, we see him every day. And sometimes we take him for granted and we just see him as an ordinary person. But when we really take a step back and look at it, he's one of those very unique and special people that God only sends once in a while. And our community has been blessed to have someone of that magnitude and someone that has loved us and led us so far. And like Dr. Colonel Tongpu said earlier, without his leadership, without his love and his support and his encouragement, we would not have people like Dr. Tongpu and lawyers like Xie Lo and educators and Mi Moa at the state legislature. We all became who we are today because of my father and other people such as him. And for that very reason, we're all here and everybody around the world standing together in honoring him and remembering him. But as I said in home, which most people probably don't understand, his dream, his life work, and his vision is not going to die with him. He lives throughout every one of us. As long as we remember his teaching and we keep him in our heart, he'll live forever. And that's the approach that the whole family and the community trying to coalesce around. And like, you'll see us crying, hugging all that, but we all knew that this day was coming and he prepared us. So whether or not, today we become the men and women that he wanted us to be. And the best way that we can honor him is by doing the work that he did, which some things may not have been completely accomplished yet, but we're halfway there. And just want to share that with all of our American friends, so that you know that he's much more than a military man. The only reason, like my father told us, told family members, The only reason I fought was not to take over any other country or take anybody's land, but we got invaded, and we had no choice. And protect the family, protect the country, protect the ideals that this very country was founded on. Freedom, democracy, justice, liberty for all. And he did that until his very last breath. Like many people said, you know, if he never cared about the Hmong community, he just stayed home. We would never caught pneumonia, and we would not be here today. But my father has always said that, you know, until my very last breath, I'll serve people. When they need me, whether it's, you know, midnight or 1 in the morning or 12 in the afternoon, I'll be there. And he lived to keep his word. And we're all going to miss him. But like I said earlier, we will honor him by living for him. And we will never let his dream die. We will never let his legacy die. And God forbid we will not tarnish his legacy. Once again, thank you all for being here, and we're going to have lunch. Yeah.
We go serve lunch. One thing that during the lunch, we go show General Vang Pao legacy slideshow, and you can get food and sit down and watch the slideshow, say what he done and what the beginning, what he done. So go invite everybody.